Welcome to the Sips and Smoke podcast, where taboo is the topic and the tea is hot. I'm Maddie,
I'm Jordan, and
and
today,
we're talking about Forever Lies,
just
Jill
so we're
Ramsauer.
just showing off the book.
But
It,
can we just like look at that male model for a second? What a hottie.
he was not at the book boyfriend event, sadly.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, so just a little shout out. This is Jill Ramsauer. I met her at the book boyfriend event in Midland, Texas, and she's a super big sweetheart. And I loved her, how it looked. I hadn't read any of her stuff yet, but I was like sold. I want it. It was all six books with foil edges and they're different colors. It's really gorgeous. Um,
That's really pretty. And normally we like sprayed edges, but I like the foil ones on this.
Yeah, she's smart cookie on this. And she's a really good writer. We've
This
read
was
her
really
books.
good.
hmm And I'm excited to get more of her stuff. I'm like already making a list of what I want for
Yeah.
my Christmas bonus. Like, I'm gonna buy this,
Heck
I'm gonna buy that.
yeah.
No. So this is technically kind of a shorter series, I would say. Don't let these
Yeah.
pages fool you. It's
More like
not.
what, like would you say like maybe like a longer novella?
Yeah, I would say that just because it is a series, so there's six of them,
Yeah.
but it's about
And
mafia
then
families.
it's a fast-paced book. This one
There's
is fast-paced. It's an easy read. It's a good read.
mhm.
But it
There's
starts out,
spice. There's
do you want
spice.
to cover like the kind of main
Okay, so this is mafia type dark romance essentially.
we
Is
do
it
like
really really
mafia
dark?
men?
Yeah, it's
No.
not. No, I would
I
say
mean
it's
it's
lukewarm.
maybe well, I don't know. I think by the end,
Eh,
maybe like middle gray. Like
middle gray. Yeah, I would
it
go with
gets a
that.
little violent, but it's not overly talked about.
It's not like unhinged level of destruction and
Yeah.
mayhem and bodies flying. It's like nothing like that. Uh,
Bodies flying everywhere.
feel like it's nothing like that. But it's more. It is more. It's a buildup at first of the relationship between the two main
hmm
characters, which is Alyssa and Luca.
Luca's hot.
Yeah, Luca's intense too.
Luca is intense. I liked him.
It's a false first. He is smitten with Alyssa. She's attracted to him too, but she's like
Yeah.
refraining her from doing anything where he's like, "Hey, baby," and it's kind of funny actually,
I
because
love how like thought out his plan is and you don't realize it for a minute.
mhm,
Like you think they have this adorable meet cute.
he's been planning this for. He
He's
saw
been
her.
planning it. He saw
He
her.
was it like I think he just happened to see her like at a coffee shop or something like that. I can't
I
remember the
think
exact
so.
because I remember him going back and thinking about it, but he also thought about another thing, so I might be getting the two mixed up. But
Yeah.
pretty sure it was like at a coffee shop because she does go get coffee, and it's not too
Yeah.
far from where he works too. So
No, and but I love their elevator meet cute where they're in this elevator, it breaks
mhm.
down.
And they're just chit chatting. She's very much attracted to him. He knows that she's attracted to him, and he's very much attracted to her. He's immediately obsessed. He falls first. It's so I love a he's falls first moment.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
do too.
Love it, love it. So I was already hooked. I was like, okay, liking this
All
already.
right. I can live with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine.
This is fine. And then of course, uh, it continues. She's very much like trying to hold him off because she's a very
Yeah.
prim and proper lady type vibes that I get
Yeah.
from her.
And she's trying to like she works at her dad's. I think it's a tech company. She's trying to make a name for herself, trying to be a boss bee.
Mhm.
Um, just trying to, keep it together, be cool.
But trying to show her
And
dad that she can. No, that's the other
she
thing.
can. Yeah. Well, so that's a big part of the book. Like her boss is a jerk who keeps coming on to her.
Mhm.
And there was an instance like before where she went to her dad for help, not with the boss, it's something totally different. He was like, "Well, you got to figure this out for yourself." And she took that to heart and she was like, "Well, got to figure this one out for myself." But this was like a way above her pay grade. He was
Mhm.
sexually harassing her at work. She should have gone to her dad.
Mhm.
Um, didn't. So she's got a lot of stuff going on where she's trying to keep her work together, her life together. And enter Luca,
Mhm.
hottie McHottie pants.
Who we find out is not she's not supposed to interact with him, but she doesn't know any of this.
Yeah,
So she is unaware, but her dad is the Don of the Luciano family and
yeah.
which is mafia. One of it's this is like five it's the series.
Five families.
Yeah, the series is called The Five Families. This is Forever Lies, the first book of out of the six. And so she's unaware. He is, I don't know how he pulled it off, but he managed to pull it off to where she has no idea that her family's in the mafia. Like
Yeah.
everyone she knows, mafia. She has no idea that they're in the mafia, which is I think is hilarious at the same time.
I think it's funny too. Like, how do you keep that from them? But I think it's important to say that this happened because when her brother was, she had an older brother and she was younger, he was murdered.
Hmm.
And that's when the dad decided nobody's going to know he's mafia
Hmm.
because he's going to protect his kids, which, hey, good dad, I get it. But in doing so, he
Alessia.
brings on his best friend as his number two, Sal.
And it also left opportunities for people to try to take over and take his
Yeah.
role unawares to him because he's so focused on protecting his family
Yes.
and not actually being a Don, where Don would just been like, everyone dies, like dead.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened there. So
No.
Sal is making a lot of decisions and stuff. And I mean, he's keeping Enzo, this is Alyssa's dad's name, Enzo,
Yeah.
in the loop, but
So
he's
he
not,
thinks.
so he thinks, and he's not the face so much as Sal is. So Sal's just
Yeah.
calling a
Sal's
lot of
the
the shots.
face.
So, and Alyssa grows up with Sal. Like she calls him
Yeah,
Uncle
and
Sal.
Enzo trusts him.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like that's his best friend. Like
mm-hmm.
he's not gonna do anything wrong.
Mm-mm. Mm. Before we get into that, we're talking about more about Luca and Alyssa and how
Yeah.
that's becoming more of a problem. But she doesn't know about the family, so she's unaware of that extra layer of issues.
Yes.
She's just like,
She's just here
uh,
for the ride.
well, she
He's a
likes
hot man
him
in an
and she's talking
elevator.
about dating him and all that, but she hasn't told her family yet because everything's happening so fast. And so they don't really find out, I think, until, I don't know, a pretty decent way in the book, I feel like a good
I
quarter,
think it
more
was
than a
like,
quarter, a good third of the
yeah,
way.
maybe
And
even more.
yeah, because it took a while for them to really find out like who that Luca was in the mafia
Yes.
and that
Well,
Enzo's
and
like,
that
wait a minute.
he started talking to her to try to get some more information on Sal,
Hmm.
and then
But
you learn more about.
that he's actually fallen for her. And then you learn more about his side. I believe he's the second to Mateo,
I
who
believe
is
he is
Mateo
not his
is the
dad, but
no,
that's
but
who took him under his wing.
yeah, and he's Mateo is the Don, the leader of the Gallo family, which is
Yeah.
another mafia thing in the five families.
Yeah.
So they're kind of not necessarily feuding, but there was an issue that occurred. So they're
Somebody
trying to,
died,
yeah,
and
they're
it's
trying to
like
get
blood
blood
for
for
blood,
blood,
and
and
but they also were like, something seems off here.
yeah, because the more he talks to her, they realize like she has no idea about any of the mafia,
She has no idea that her dad
and
is the leader
and so
of
now
this mafia.
he's kind of getting he's kind of a little conflicted himself because he starts to really fall for her, like really he already fell for her technically,
Yeah.
but he's like I
He's
want
all in.
her, but he doesn't want her to know, but at the same time he knows she needs to know. So it's a very interesting conflict.
Yeah, it
And
is.
she eventually finds out. I mean, she finds out that the
As one
mafia,
does.
because I think one of the guys, I think his name is Jack, he came up and tried to warn her that Luca was in the mafia and blah blah blah,
Yes.
and she's like, "That's ridiculous. What are you talking about? That just doesn't happen." Because she's unaware that she's actually a part of the mafia herself. So it's just
That
kind
part
of
was, yeah, it's
that was
interesting.
it was interesting and kind of comical because you know that she's in the mafia.
And
You
like, how do you keep that?
how do you continue to keep
How
that
do you
from
keep that?
showing?
Especially when you have a company and a lot of the, mafia stuff ends up being like shell companies. How do you hide that from your daughter who wants to take over your company one day?
I
But
don't
he
know,
does. It's
but
impressive.
I don't think he even realizes that that's what she wants.
No, I don't think he realized it either because she was never really upfront with him about it. She was just like, I gotta prove myself first before I come in and ask for
To take over.
anything.
So this goes on for a little bit. She finally gets the truth from her dad after a couple of
It's a lot.
instances. Yeah, this is very fast paced, so I don't want to give away too
No,
much.
this one's very fast paced. It's a very quick read.
Yeah,
Um,
but I don't want to give too much of how what occurs to her finding out, and then she's still trying to figure out what to do with that information, and then
yeah,
with Luca, and she's like Luca admitted like I was initially supposed to track you or whatever. And so now she's dealing with that. And if she still wants to be with Luca, there's this whole back and forth
it's a
situation.
whole
So
thing. Yeah.
So she's trying to deal with all of this. And then as she's leaving with Uncle Sal,
Who shows up at her house and she lets him in because it's Uncle Sal.
and they have a chit chat and they start
The
talking
chit
about
chat
some.
doesn't end very well.
No, he ends up kidnapping her. And
So much for Uncle Sal.
it's what made me mad about that. The probably the most is they were talking about when she was a child, and he took her to the
Yeah, he took her
ballet and took her
all
to
this stuff. It's
double
like
the
they were
stuff.
really close. And it was just like, okay, well, you got in my way. That sucks. I hate to do this, but
But I want you to know it's not personal. Boy, oh, it is very
that really pissed
personal.
me off.
That I hate it when villains say it's nothing personal.
Oh,
It's just business. Like, honey, he grew up. She grew up with you.
that is your niece, essentially.
Yeah, like she calls you Uncle Sal. What a dick move. Oh, that
Ugh.
made me so mad. And then what happened next? I don't want to give that away, but let's
I
just
don't want to give
say
that away because that's
it's a keep element. But I will just say that
something happens while she's kidnapped and it's not cool.
it's not. I will say this: it's not SA.
No,
No, but it's not good. I
it's assault, but it's not SA.
we'll just say torture. We'll just say torture.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, torture happens, and she's enduring it while
But it's not personal.
but it's not personal. But what
Ooh, that
happens is
made me so mad.
Sal takes her to someone that is on the gallows side.
Yeah, he's got a bone to pick with her dad.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily tell anyone up high what he was doing either. He just was like, I want to get revenge or whatever, because I guess the guy that died
Yeah,
was like a relative of his or
I
something.
think it was his brother or something.
And Sal's trying to make a war go on so he can take
Yeah, he
over.
wants to take over.
So
Ugh.
ugh,
Sal's butthead. We don't like him at
no.
all. He's a real piece of work. Um, but very intricate weaving
Hmm.
of like the building of these five families. And I think it's kind of the reason why it was nice that she didn't know that she was part of the mafia at the beginning, because then you learn about the five families and she's like, you find out like Luca tells her, like Gallo, she's like, that's not your name. And he's like, no, it's not like that anymore.
Mm-mm.
Like you have the family name, but that's not like the surname of the people in charge anymore.
Hmm.
You just keep that as, the five family names. So like the guy he's second to is not his dad, but really took him under his wing.
Hmm.
So it's really interesting, and you can see how you could hide that from
Hmm.
people because it's not your real last name. It's not like you have a notorious last name
Hmm.
anymore.
Or
Uh,
I guess a common mafia name, which is
yeah,
still,
it's not something where you're like, oh,
hey,
our
Tony. Like it's nothing like that.
yeah,
But
Tony.
like the Sopranos or something like that. It's nothing like obvious where it's like the way they talk, their mannerisms, and that whole
Yeah,
thing, and then like how they interact with each other. It's not an obvious
it's
thing.
not obvious, but it's very like modern mafia, which I appreciated because I think it's a
Organized
different
crime.
twist. It's just a different twist than the mafia stuff that you're used to, where it's very big family
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
stuff, and it's more chosen family than it is family. And I think I mean,
I like that.
I like that because I think that's kind of where, as a society, we're going. We're starting to realize the importance of surrounding yourself with your chosen family.
Hmm.
And so I did really enjoy that aspect of this book. I thought that was something different. It brought like a fresh view to the mafia scene that I've not read before. And I like me a good mafia romance,
So do
like a
I.
nice sexy baddie. Plus they're always like billionaires. It's always the touch her and die stuff where I'm like, I could live this life. I could be
Hmm.
a kept woman.
Yes, I would be fine with this. He just pays for everything.
This would
It's
be
great.
fine.
Well, the other aspect of this is like his in the sparks between them, the two of them, the
Yes.
spice
Oh,
levels.
oh.
It's high. It's high
God,
spice
it's
level.
so hot. My favorite is that like first scene where he was like, I wasn't planning on this, but if we don't do it right now, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Huh?
And I'm like, hell yeah, you are. Get it.
Yes, I know. This is one of
That's
those
my
like
favorite.
this is one of those books where it's
I'll
like
plug my headphones in.
it's fast paced. It's there is good story here, but there's also
It's
some good
good world
smut.
building.
Yeah.
I think this one's probably more world building than plot, but it's just because you have to understand the
What's
way
going
the mafia is built in
on?
this
World.
like series. Um, so it's just really good. I loved it. It was a short read, but it's a good one. And it made me really excited to read the next ones in the series.
Yeah, and then the other part of this is book one, so there's always going to be a lot of world building in that
Yeah,
first book.
absolutely.
I'm sure
And
there's going to
there
be
needs
in
to
the next
be.
books too, but
Yeah, I mean
not
you
as
always have
prominent.
some, but I like that like going in, you didn't know. She didn't know, we didn't know.
I mean, you have an idea because of like
Yeah, because you
you're starting to read and you're like, wait a minute, and I think it surprised me that she didn't know, and her dad was able to keep it away from her
a
and her
secret.
sister as long as
Yeah,
he did.
I agree. It's like I said, especially working for his company, a lot of those things they have
Well, not just
not like questionable things, but a lot of them will funnel
well, not just that,
or
but like
launder money through their companies. And
as she gets older, and he didn't leave the mafia. People are aware
no,
of
he's
him,
still in charge.
and people know of him. Like
Yeah.
Mateo wasn't isn't a new Don. He knows who Enzo
No,
is.
yeah.
So it's just like people know his face, and they knew that he had a family because of the son getting murdered. So it's not like it wasn't a known thing. They just didn't know what she looked like immediately. It wouldn't
Yeah.
have been hard. And that's where I'm like, I don't understand why he didn't say anything as they got older because they needed to protect themselves. Like she should
Well,
have,
yeah, you just didn't know. And you
yeah,
find out that her driver
is a
is
mafia hitman.
is the hitman who is
Yeah.
her dad assigned to protect her.
Yeah, I
So it's
remember.
just really
Yeah.
I don't know, I really enjoy this. I think it's a fresh take on the mafia romance scene.
I did. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying that part
No,
there, it's just kind of boggling. Like he kept it for that long, and it never occurred to him to, hey, maybe I at least should have them take some self defense because they didn't even know how to
no, they
defend
did
themselves.
nothing.
They knew not no guns. They didn't know how to do any of it. So that's where I think that's the only possible little
Yeah,
critique.
maybe some not like great parenting there, but it's
But
not really it's more of a parenting critique than it is a book critique.
yeah, like they could have at least the bare minimum guns, like taught her
Yeah.
how to use weapons and stuff like that to protect herself. Because she is in a big city and there's sleaze always
Yeah,
everywhere. So it's just like that
for real.
basic part of it. That's the only thing that bothers me. So that bothered me about
Yeah,
like you could
it
have
was the
there could have been
like
other things.
you probably should have told your daughters this because they you put them at a very big disadvantage, especially when Uncle Sal kidnaps her and she had
Right.
no idea. Like had
Neither
she known, I think there was definitely red flags there, but she didn't know that they were red flags because she didn't know Sal was in the mafia too. So yeah, it was a I think, her dad kind of ended up in a way, it's like one of those instances where you shoot yourself in the foot.
mm-hmm. He really
Like,
did.
yeah, you kind of created a lot of these problems yourself by not being open
By only thinking about being overprotective and not letting them, I guess, out.
or learning how
It's
to
like
protect themselves or that they need to be aware
like
and
those
be
basic things.
protected.
But
Yeah.
also, her dad's a little bit old school with the whole like
Oh,
women
yeah.
stay home. He didn't really even like her working, so there's also that
God,
too.
I wish my dad hated that I had a job.
This is a different world.
It
So,
is. I want to be a Bob Boss dad. It's just like, you know what? You're a woman. You should stay home. I'll just pay for all of your bills. And my father would never. My
no,
father is like, yeah,
go work.
I already paid my dues. It's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I give this first. I guess I don't know if I should rate it yet because we haven't read the
I know,
series.
I almost don't want to read. I don't almost don't want to rate it. Like I think by itself, it's maybe like a maybe 4.3.
Oh, I was thinking like four, just because I feel like there's enough missing that you want to know more. But that's where I don't feel like it's
That's why I'm
fair.
like, I don't think that that's exactly like I do want to know more, but I also know that I need to read more to know more.
Yeah. So tentatively a four for me.
Tentatively a four
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah. Just because I'm like, I would need to
Yeah.
read the rest. And then I would rate the whole
But
series, not individual. Because individual is
yeah, I
really
think
good.
this is a series that's hard to rate because they're not standalones.
No.
You really, yeah, you really do kind of need to read the rest of them. So I'm very excited about that.
I
But
kind
it's worth the read.
I kind of hope
I think
Mateo
it's going to be
reads
a
it,
very good
girl.
series.
Because from what I'm
I
gathering, if I
know.
remember correctly, he's young. He's a younger Don.
He's really young. I think the next one is her sister's book with her driver, the one that she hates. And I read the back blurb, and it was like they used to be sweethearts in high school, and then I don't remember what happened. And
Well, because she doesn't know that she's mafia, and then
nope, she
he
doesn't.
knows, he knows that
He
she's
knows.
mafia. So
So that's going to
that's
be a good one.
so I feel like that's probably why it didn't work so well because he couldn't. He had to keep a bunch of stuff from her, so he's like,
Hmm.
"This isn't." I can already feel like I'm gonna enjoy that one too. So yeah. So TBD on the rating. We'll TBD on that. Table that because it's
Yeah.
we don't know yet. But we can say for sure to start this series. And she's still doing a promo for these because she has so many. And not that that's a bad thing. I think she
I was like,
just
that's never a bad thing.
but she did do these special foil edges. She's still doing a sale on all of them. They were like 99 for all six. It's a very
That's a good deal for 6 books with the
and they're
special edges.
foil, yeah. And I don't know if they're signed. I don't misquote me on that, but I was there at the Book Boyfriend Bash. She
So
was
yours
there,
are signed.
so mine are signed, but I don't know if the ones online are signed. I just know that they're special edition, and
But they're very, very good.
but they're
It's a
very good.
really
It's
good
very
read.
pretty. I recommend buying them and having them on your book trophy shelf,
Yeah,
if you
these are
will.
pretty books for a book trophy shelf.
And sprayed edges.
Yeah.
So Jill Ramsauer, she's a lovely human being. She was super fun to talk to. So
So you
there's
said she was
that.
super nice.
Her assistant was really fun too. They're just good peoples, and her writing's amazing. And
Yeah,
I want to get all of her books. Like that's a goal of mine is to get all of her books special edition, preferably with her signed, or I can go to an event where she will sign them. Either way.
I would agree with that because this book was good. Like it's good enough that you're like, all right, I want all of your books.
This is like, oh, I like this. I like this writing. I like this world building. I like the storyline. Sold. Going to forever get your books. Just like JT
Yes.
Gessinger
Oh,
and Bryn Weaver, like Megan Quinn, like it's all of those. Like
yeah. There's
definitely,
we've got a real solid list going, and I Jill Ramsauer is going to be
she's on
on
my
that
list.
list for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, she's really good.
So on that note, thank you guys for listening, and we'll talk again. Bye.
Bye.